What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Deity Old World Civilization 5 AI only battle. Another episode for you today. Things getting really exciting. We've got a lot of really strong civs. We're starting to see some more wars again after a bit of a quiet period, I guess. There's lots of new land available, which probably explains it for some of the civs that maybe would have declared war had there not been any free land. And obviously some of the civs are more spread out as well. I've noticed the Netherlands, for example, are one of them. Who maybe, a bit more spread out at the moment. I think that's obviously not been too important. It looks like they're having some success, and we saw half the world join in against Portugal too. Germany just reconquered the city of Antioch here, north of the Black Sea. Again, but it happens every series. There's that one city that changes hands so many times, and you just think, was it even worth taking it back? Like, it's probably easier for Byzantium to give up. Like going, I don't know, boot Ethiopia out of the Arabian Peninsula. To be fair, Byzantium don't really have many opportunities. It's kind of a rough spot now. It doesn't look as great. I don't know where they go. Greece doesn't look like... Greece isn't super strong in comparison, but it's probably equal. Korea joining in, just piling on the pain for Portugal, I guess. Not what they would have wanted to see at this moment. But there you go, another war there. Is there any settlers? There's a Rhodesian one, but that's not moved for a few turns. It might find some of these cities are all getting a little bit bigger. You see 10 up here, Elephantine, 10 in this city, 9 for the Congo, 8, 13, 7. North America a little bit further behind, but you got an 8 here, 6, 4, 5, 8 again this city, 5 for India now in California sort of city, 7, 5, 5 the Netherlands starting to get up along the east coast, 10 up here in the north, which could be a very useful city, although I'm sure it'll be overtaken by some of these other ones with more food at some point. Is there any other wars even like closely going on? I know the Zulu are probably going to be eliminated very soon. Egypt we just got planes. Okay, the civs seem to be getting planes really quickly. I think that must be the additional oil I gave everyone. Noticeably the fact that it's 6 every time, or seems to be like 6, because I did give just 6 oil to everyone. I don't think it lets you, it probably does let you alter it, but I just gave everyone the same. So yeah, that's a big change. Egypt probably is now going to be able to have a good shot at grabbing this city from the north of Burundi. Yeah, the Zulu will probably be eliminated next turn, and Rhodesia completes the Kremlin. It's a good sign seeing lots of different civs get the wonders. It means no one is too far ahead and just snatching them all up. Russia isn't grabbing all of them. They're obviously focusing on other things. They now have battleships, which are kind of useful. I mean, I don't know, in the Caspian Sea, I guess this battleship's useful. It could kill all the Persian ones, but at the same time, yeah, it's not particularly the biggest investment they could make. Russia isn't really... They don't actually border any of the sort of major oceans. I guess they're in the Black Sea, but at the moment, no real ability to do anything with boats. They're very much focused on air and land power compared to some other civs, something like Germany, who's got quite a good Baltic Sea fleet. Poland not so. Oh, Germany has planes now, so yeah, everyone's getting those planes. Netherlands obviously have quite a few up here as well, keeping Germany stuck inside for now, unless they decide to... They seem more friendly than they were. Maybe the Netherlands have just spread out more, but they both seem to be willing to leave this border open for now anyway. And Germany can't be too far behind if they now have planes, and that probably pushes back any Russian invasion, because it means Germany will probably have artillery fairly soon as well, can help defend, but Russia's not been too keen on it just yet. They've had plenty of time, but yeah, for now Germany's doing just fine. They're just trying to hold on to this, which is going to be awkward. I don't know if they may actually... Carthage, if that caravel gets stuck there, then there is a chance it could work out for them, but just sort of blocks the way. Carthage, of course, one of the major players now in this Portugal war. Don't think it will change too much on the basis of them being here, but we'll see what sort of damage they can do. They are fairly strong in the Mediterranean. Plenty of boats if they send them all over. Could definitely play a role. I would have liked to have seen them go after Rome again first, but you know what, just see what they can do. If the Dutch are here helping out, you never know. Might go better than you'd expect. How is Australia looking? India still with some planes down here. They are protecting everything pretty well. See, Britain's down here. The Jar down here with quite a few units. I don't know if they're maybe considering trying to conquer something off Great Britain, potentially. Would make a bit of sense. Okay, lots going on in there. Siam's still here, not paying them too much attention. Obviously they added these islands, which was pretty cool. Sort of shielding India and the Jar from each other for a little bit longer, a bit more borders. And they've got these islands too, actually. we'll see. Is there any more like settlers just died across the map? Portugal and the Congo have ended that war, and nothing changed hands. Egypt with a settler crossing, as do the Songhai, which I think Songhai's first settler making the cross. And there we go, the Zulu have now been eliminated, and Rhodesia are free to focus on going northwards now, unless they go to Ethiopia, which is kind of in the east, but beyond that, pretty much to the north. Congo and Burundi peace out, which sort of ends that war, but Egypt is definitely making more progress now with those planes. Could be a rough time for Burundi now. Rhodesia don't have planes, but they do have artillery, and I think they might also be fighting Burundi still, so we'll see. I'm pretty sure, I can't remember if it's still going on, we'll find out very soon obviously, but yeah, Egypt is definitely making progress here, and this would be a great city to take. I mean, if they could get both, that would be amazing for Egypt, who are doing really well as it is. I guess the problem for Egypt is, who do they attack? Because Byzantium, Greece, Carthage, you could probably get the coastal city, but you wouldn't be able to hold on to it too well, I don't know. It's kind of difficult to go into any of these countries. Nigeria is also looking pretty strong, unless you could like team up with the Songhai, and then you create an even bigger Songhai. It's like, is it worth it? All of these African countries are really strong. I think maybe we've been neglecting them a bit in our consideration of who's winning the game. But yeah, these three and Rhodesia are all really powerful. You know, Ethiopia won't be a pushover. They look pretty good and set to defend themselves. There's some evidence for you that maybe that was a bit premature. Maybe I'm bigging up the African civs a bit too much. The Congo obviously could do well as well. If they hold on to this, there's a lot of extra resources. You know, they're not with Portugal anymore, so that's something. Well, there you go. Russia is the first civ to complete the Manhattan Project. It's not super important. The AI is, you know, very sparing users of nukes, I've noticed, in these battles. They won't use them particularly often. Usually, it will be, if a big nation is about to take the capital of a smaller one, and the smaller one has nukes, they might use it. It's very unlikely that someone like Russia would use one just as tactically. It's very rare. It's usually when, you know, life or death kind of moments. The AI is pretty good with them, whereas I just use them like, oh, there's a ton of units over there. Just throw that one in. Not that I've used one for ages in Civ. Been a while. Been a while since I've had to use one, to be fair. So I remember the last time. I think I did one in one of my Civ 6 games just to see what it looked like. But beyond that, I can't really remember using them. Maybe my Assyria TSL series, like 18 months ago, I don't know. Burundi have done it. They have gone freedom. I think that's the first Civ. Maybe one or two I've missed out. But yeah, there's not been many freedom Civs. But there you go, they've done it. Now their freedom might be short-lived because Egypt is spreading order, autocracy, 50-50 guess. I think it was order. But there you go. They're bringing order to the freedom of Burundi. Probably in the next few turns. We'll see what happens to the capital, which is obviously be a very desirable city. For some of these civs to get a hold of, Rhodesia did now grab hold of Mount Kilimanjaro. Bit of extra faith for them. Obviously, Lake Victoria is another wonder in here. More faith down there, so that would be quite useful. Although that said, Judaism looks like it's doing pretty badly. Burundi's really... Oh wait, it is Burundi's. It's in a few Rhodesian cities here, I guess. Okay, maybe not so bad, but it didn't look like it was present in the Congo. I guess that's because Nigeria's got Protestantism, Ethiopia's got Eastern Orthodox. Yeah, it's got no way to really get out of southern Africa, which makes sense. Obviously, Ethiopia's cities are also following it. Oh, another new city here for Ethiopia. Didn't see that one. They have another settler. This might just go onto another island, or maybe it'll be more adventurous. Maybe head out to Australia, but I won't get my hopes. I don't know why India has their 5 planes here. Maybe they're hoping no one will find them, keep them hidden away, maybe. I would like to see India get up to something, actually. They have a few units. Looks like they might be considering some sort of attack on Persia or something. But yeah, I'd like to see India do some more. They're in a good position. These cities are all massive. I would hazard a guess, that they have the biggest population in the world. They have plenty of settlers as well. Artillery, great war infantry, machine guns, all around great units. Info addicts we will be checking again. It will be another separate episode at turn 200, so don't worry. Not forgotten about them. See, it's just going quite a bit slow. It's going fairly slow at the moment, but that's fine. It's fine. It's not too bad. We're probably only going to go to like turn 250 again for the results, and I'll try and go further again, assuming nothing breaks, because last time it broke. That's why I did stop. I was going to go beyond 250, but it turned out 250 was probably a good time for the results. So we'll probably do something similar here when we're on quick speed, and then, yeah, we'll then keep going if for as far as it'll let me go, basically. Which is fine. I'm actually in a good position where I can let it just run all day for once. So yeah, that's fine. It assumes it gets there. That's kind of the issue. We'll get to 250, and then, however slow the episodes are, we'll get through this last 70 turns, and then we'll reconsider. But for now, it's fine. I'm kind of thinking about doing something big for the next series as well, so I want some planning time. So it doesn't matter. Not big. There's a few that have been suggested. An Asia AI only is very popular suggestion. Plus, there's some other cool suggestions in general. In terms of, that's probably what I want to try and do the Asia one. It's always asked for, but obviously that's going to need me to find a map, some civs and mods that I can use, and probably going to have to do some research into where they spawn, because that was when I did the reverse colonization game in the past. I had no idea where any of these Native American tribes were from, although to be fair, in that game I think I just used them randomly, and they were just like representing different tribes. They weren't actually in their correct spawn. This time, I don't know, I might try and change that a bit. I think I've learned some new commands. I found the kill units button eventually. I think people kept moaning at me when there is one. I think I found it. I think so. Maybe I didn't, but either way, I'll try and make it work. Try and make an Asia battle, but obviously that's got to be when this game is finished, when the Songhai game is finished, which should be fine because that one's going quicker than this one somehow. I have no idea how, because I'm playing, so in theory it should be slower. I'm guessing it's the lower difficulty. There's, maybe playing into that. I'm at similar turns in that battle, that game at the moment, and no one is like in the new world, so obviously it's a little bit slower. Everyone obviously got a city earlier. There's probably less units, all that sort of stuff. Because I am only playing an Emperor. If you want to check that out, I'm playing the exact same scenario as this, almost. Only difference is France is in, as well as in Europe, just because the Netherlands seem to be doing well all the time. And I swapped Rhodesia for South Africa, who spawn a little bit to the other side, which just helps the Zulu a bit, but nothing major, nothing like huge. But yeah, apart from that, it's the exact same campaign, just without the extra resources. So if you would like to check that out, it is going pretty well so far, quite exciting for me as the Songhai. So yeah, I'll drop that. If you haven't already, check that one out. It's kind of, I might do more of it. Just, because it works then, because, when I do a TSL, I want to have the same mods. I don't want to have to keep flicking through the list and miss one or something go wrong, like happened last time. So if I can, always do a playthrough that's the equivalent of the AI only battle, that works well, and I can have the alternate as well, and that gives us a lot of content all around the same thing at the same time while it's fresh and interesting. And it is quite fun to play in these scenarios. See if I can see. The cool thing is, because the alternate battle showed us, I'll just waffle because there's not much going on at the moment. The alternate battle showed us that it's not actually that different. A few things will change, and obviously the longer you run the simulation or the game, the more things will change off of that initial early, the one tile difference. They all start to sort of echo out into bigger changes. Portugal's pieced out with the Netherlands and survived pretty well. But yeah, it just takes one small thing. So I don't know what happened in the alternate battle, but it looked like a couple of units just missing out. Peace deals coming one turn before the city fell, opposed to the city falling in this game, and vice versa. That's what sort of started to change it. And that game now at turn 100, there's some definite differences. It's not the same game. You can clearly see a difference. The Middle East was the obvious example. I think a different civ had survived. Maybe it was Arabia over in that one. And obviously when I'm playing, seeing how close those are though, and then seeing when I play, realizing how much a difference I'm specifically making is pretty cool. That makes me feel like I'm, bringing a little bit more value. So obviously in my gameplay as the Songhai, the map looks very different to this at turn 118. Obviously there's some obvious differences in my game. With the civs roster is a tiny bit tweaked. The difficulty's different, so it was always going to be more different, but I feel like I have influenced it a bit with my own decisions, how I've played the game, obviously, especially in West Africa, the whole map in general. I think I've had a pretty influential role in, which is kind of cool. So to see that in the future will be more fun. Just playing alongside the AI only battles. And then, they like the two most popular things, TSL Civ 5 and AI only battles. So having two at once gives everything a nice nice boost. Everyone's watching. It's good for everyone, I guess. We're closing in on 1,500 subscribers, our first milestone in like 2 years, so I'm pretty excited for that one. We're also closing in on 2,000 videos. Now, I don't think they will be on the same day, probably unlikely, but yeah, I'd like to do something special for both of those things to mark those occasions. When we get there, obviously, we will get to 2,000 videos next month, depending on the exact rate. Obviously, it's slowed down a bit at the moment because I'm down to 3. I'll be going up to 4 again, hopefully next week. I think, if I think of something, I might even go up to 5. Well, not 5 episodes a day, 5 series, but I will be keeping with 4 videos at most a day. I'm not making any more. Can't lose my mind, but yeah, there is a chance that, yeah, I don't know, we will definitely hit 2,000 videos. I don't know, maybe no one will ever subscribe again and we'll never get to 1,500 and that won't happen, so I won't predict for that one. You know, we were stuck on 1,312 for a year, so I won't get my hopes up that we'll get to 1,500, but we will definitely get to 2,000 videos across the channel, and I'll definitely do something. I know it's not officially like the 2,000th. I've made videos before on other channels, and I've deleted plenty of videos off of this one as well. So in theory, we're probably well past 2,000, but hey ho, we'll go for it. Right, Egypt is very close to conquering this city, which is the main event. The question is, can the melee unit get close enough? Egypt grabbed another city right here, right between some rivers, behind a mountain. That is going to be very difficult for someone to conquer. Songhai, you're on a good trajectory right now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 possible tiles where they could make the dream come true. And we could get a Panama Canal. I also think in theory you could get like a Nicaragua Canal. I watched a video on this on another YouTube channel the other day about how apparently China was planning to build one, and then it just fell apart or something, and they realized how expensive it would be, because apparently the Panama Canal isn't wide enough for like modern container ships, or all of them. I mean, I assume people that know they're going to put their ship through here would go, okay, let's not build it too big. But for some of them, it's too big. But apparently, they're going to build one like through here, through this lake. But yeah, I mean, I think on this map, in theory, you can settle within 2 okay, I don't know. Maybe you couldn't settle there and there, but you can. I mean, it depends on the location, because I think Siam has done it. Yeah, Siam's done it here, but these are islands, so I think that the game might view it differently. I don't know if you could actually settle here and here. But there's a good chance it would let you on this map. You can settle closer than the normal game, that's for sure. So it would be possible, really, to have like a double canal city. That's too advanced, though. Even I've never tried that, let alone get the AI to do it. But if the Songhai did it, there we go. We could die semi-happily, I guess. See, we've not seen one here. I think Egypt could settle here. I don't know if there would ever be a reason to do so. It's not like there's actually any value to them of doing that. They could maybe fight Byzantium, but not really. It just exposes themselves more. But yeah, Byzantium could obviously do it here as well, but they are again less likely because of the position of this city. But yeah, it could happen one day. If only I could hop in. There's no way for me to take over a different civ, I don't think, but that would be pretty fun. I've also got another idea for a Let's Play that just popped into my head through Civ 5. I'll have to make a note of that one. Thinking there isn't a way to switch civs, but you can play as multiple civs at once. I don't know if people would be interested in that. Maybe we could do a TSL game where I play as a civ on every continent. Actually, that sounds like a nightmare. Maybe not, but maybe we could do like a team thing where I'm playing as more than one. That would really make the world interesting, wouldn't it? It would take forever, I think, but who knows? Let me know what you think of that idea. It's the best place to pitch ideas anyway. Just 20 minutes of me pitching ideas. This is good place to be. But at the moment, yeah, so Portugal, actually Carthage is making some progress here. They are set to conquer the city of Coimbra here, which would give them a much bigger foothold in eastern Spain, and it would make it a lot easier to probably get out of the Mediterranean. I don't know where the border exact change is. I think it's about here from where Morocco had it. Carthage could probably get Marrakesh and then be able to access the Atlantic. I'm not 100% on that one, but we'll see. But yeah, this city should definitely fall into Carthage's hands, and it's starting to all look a bit dodgy for Portugal, I'm afraid. Korea now has a plane. Jar obviously already had some. Japan is still here, but I'm sure someone will add this to their own territory at some point. Korea still have their turtle ships. I know they're hesitant. The AI is always hesitant to upgrade from their unique units, so I give it to them. But they also have Great War Infantry, so I feel like these turtle ships are a bit outdated. Are they Galeas improvements? I can't remember. Way too many unique units. I like this Wall of Elephants. That's pretty cool. Ooh, when did that happen? Has this been here for a while? The Jar. Also, this citadel looks huge compared to the other one. But there you go, 2 citadels. Looks like they stole some gold off Siam, some spice resource. That's a lot of happiness if you don't have the backups. It looks like they do have some extra spices. But I don't see any more Siamese gold mines. So that's a blow. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Oof, and with so many cities that don't have necessary luxuries as well. Also, I don't know, it doesn't ever show me, it shows some improvements and not others, like workboats. I don't know if the AI is working those or not. Genuinely, you'll find they are. It just doesn't look like it. And there we go, a city did fall. I didn't even know this was under siege. Wow. Rhodesia v the Congo. Was this going on the whole time? When did this start? Must have been going on the whole time. Rhodesia is pretty capable. So yeah, falling apart a bit for the Congo, but at least they're in Brazil. They got a bit of a future going on out there, I guess. They haven't quite settled that other city yet. Mongolia piecing out of Persia, Poland and the Congo piecing out. But that'll be it for this episode. So as always, if you have enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like on the video. It really does mean a lot. And be sure to leave a comment as well. That would be amazing, with feedback, points to add to anything I've said in the video, anything really. Just say hi if you want to. That'd be nice as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. That would be amazing. Maybe we can get to 1,500. If we could do it on the same day as the 2,000th video, probably not. But, we'd have to double the growth rate or something. But, we can try. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.